back to the adventure called Life. My name is Jordan, and for today we are going to start a brand new Let's Play. Let's play Medieval Dynasty. We're going to start a brand new game, and I honestly, to introduce this game, we're going to do the Valley, and this follows the story of Resimir and his male descendant. So it's a single player only. If you do Oxborough, basically in that mode, you're going to create your own and create your own character, all of that. You're going to have a single player, but you do have the ability to be a female, so we will flip over and do, once we kind of get more into the Valley, we'll do a little bit more with Oxborough. But for now, we're going to go into the Valley. That's what we're going to select. We're going to customize our game. So there are ways that I like to play. There are some things that people don't like. For me, building limit. I multiply your building limits through the game. Increasing it may signify alter performance in the later stages of the game. It is highly advisable to leave a default value. It is highly advisable. It will destroy your game by the end of the game if you do not have a high level processing, like anything. For this situation, we're playing on PS5. I'd highly recommend keeping the default settings. If you don't want to, that's perfectly fine, but I'm going to. On my PC, however, I don't keep the default settings because my PC has a higher RAM in it and it has a higher processing unit than a PlayStation 5 does. So that's the reason why I'm saying that. Remote storage access, yes. Events, absolutely. Basically, if checked, you will not receive any damage from any source. So because we're learning how to play this and we're going to do a Let's Play, I can come back and change this, I'm pretty certain. Unlimited stamina, I will go ahead and leave that, and we are going to do unlimited carrying weight. And the reason being is because I feel like, yes, there is some real aspects to this game, but then there are some very unreal aspects to this game, and this is one of those things that I feel like you really kind of need. Some people disagree with me, perfectly fine. For me, I do allow poisoning. Unless you're not able to get poison, you can get poison from food or toxic types of mushrooms. I keep that. Temperature, it includes fast crafting. The setting allows for speed to limit crafting processes that only one crafting loop is required to craft all of the desired items. This makes your game a little bit easier. It's still not an easy game. It is still a very incredibly hard game, and it is very time consuming. Fast building. I kind of have a mix on this because I have one game currently running that I play by myself that I have fast building on, and then I have one game that I don't. I will tell you, because we're going to try to run through his story a little bit quicker, I am going to go ahead and do that. XP game multiplier. I am going to go ahead and push this up, and the reason being for that is because then that way we can get through the Valley a lot quicker, so we can go ahead and go over to Oxborough and actually have a good time over there and actually build a city that is us, and we have our own story and all of that, whereas we won't have as big of one. Okay, on the Dynasty Reputation game multiplier, for this situation, I would definitely say absolutely yes, because it helps you throughout this specific game. On the Oxborough, it just depends on kind of what you want. If you want to be a thief, if you want to be all of those things, understand that this is the game multiplier. And basically it just decreases by value one time every time you steal something. So we're kind of going there. Clothes and armor durability loss, basically what that is how quickly are your clothes and how quickly is your armor going to lessen. How quickly is that going to be a problem? Technology game multiplier, again, I'm going to make sure that that's up. But that's not because I want my game to be hard. Now, in the Oxborough one, I probably will. I probably will go ahead and do part of that. So we're going to go through this and we're going to have a really fun time just to introduce you to
I used to have a
Medieval
simple
Dynasty.
life. Whatever needed doing round the farm, I'd do it. Being the eldest son, it's tough. But at least we had a living, and our plates were never empty. came. I lost everything overnight. The last thing I remember is Father pushing me away, yelling for me to run, to live. At first, I didn't know what to do. Then, I remembered. A story my mother once told me. A story about my uncle, Jordan. He made a modest fortune up north, in a peaceful valley far away from the war. For weeks I held on to that thought, until the valley from my mother's stories. I could see it. This is where I can start a new life.
So basically, in this scenario, you come into a valley, you just heard his backstory. He's a farm kid. He basically came from a country where there's civil war in his country. You'll learn a little bit more as you go on. And basically, he ends up and is going to build a life in where his uncle lives. So, we are going to start a new life. Talk to the Castellan. So, because we have this little inclination up here on the top, it's right between north and northeast, that's the direction we're going to go. Because I have played this game before, you're going to see me do some things that you may not want to do. I will tell you also, I completely forgot to say this at the beginning of the video, if you hear peeping in the background, it's because we have about currently 40 baby chicks sitting in our living room, in brooders, because, you know, egg shortages are a thing, and we own a homestead, and, basically, that's what we do. We sell eggs, we sell baby goats, we sell milk, we do all of the things. I say we sell baby goats. We raise baby goats. We don't sell meat. We have rabbits and quail and chickens, and are eventually going to get ducks and horses, and we have horses and we have goats, and we will be getting some cows this year. So if you are interested in watching that, we do have a YouTube channel that we just recently started. It's called Romilly Ranch Homestead. I will leave the link in the description, so if you want to head over there, kind of see what our day-to-day life looks like, and go ahead and give us a like and a follow over there. We would greatly appreciate it as our channel starts growing that direction. So, so basically what we're going to do, while we're on our way to this little post, I'm going to gather stuff. The reason why I'm going to gather stuff is because I know that I'm going to need this. I know that this is going to be something that, while it does take me more time, you're going to want to pick up sticks and stones wherever you go, because you will find out pretty quickly that it's very needed, and it's a very quick thing. So the reason why, and you notice how that was very quick. That was a very quick level up. So, and then once we make it over to him, then we will go ahead and, I'm trying to find some stones, because I know we're going to need stones. Let's see, shall we? Oh, I just passed the stone, but I'm not going to mess with going back. Okay. So basically, that's just kind of where we're at, is we're wanting to... Oh, okay, cool. So you do want to pick these up, and it's not for a benefit right now, but if you do see some, in collecting, different items and stuff, you're gonna want to collect, these different herbs and different plants and stuff like that, because as you get further in the game, you will start to need them. See how my survival skill is leveling up incredibly quick. That's the reason why I did the multiplier. For some people, they don't like playing that way, and in Oscar, I won't. But here, for the Valley, I will, and the main reason being for that is because I want us to progress in this game as quickly as possible, so you can learn the basics of this game before we head over to Oscar. I am going to go ahead and grab Daisy, because I know I'm going to need that in a little bit. 6, stone. And I know we're taking a little bit of time to come over here, but in doing so notice how over here on your left-hand side, over in this left-hand corner, you've got a green, you've got a red, you've got an orange, and you've got a blue. Those are your vital signs. You will learn those and need those forever and a day. There will always be a constant need for those. So we're running into this little town. I don't know why the stones are being hard to pick up today, but okay. But you're gonna want a wattle house, which we'll talk about that in a little bit. But it's a preference on where you build. It's a preference on, and I will show you where the first time I built and why I don't like that area. It's a phenomenal area, but it is too far away from town. So that's the reason why I don't. So at least not playing on this map. I have learned that you just don't want to be too far away from civilization because you're going through missions. This town, you're going through missions. Like the valley, you're doing missions. So I know that we are gonna be going and talking to this guy here in just a second. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab as much as I can because I'm gonna want us to go ahead and build a house as soon as we get done talking to him because he's going to ask us of that. And this is a guy, this is Unagos, is how I say it, may not be correct. Those eyes, I don't think I would see them again. One blue as the sky and the other black like a lump of coal. And then I'm gonna probably say, you're funny, my grandmother used to describe them exactly the same way, or you are alright, you look like you've seen a ghost. I'm gonna pick number 2 because that's what I like. So you're not a ghost. Good. For a second I thought I lost it.
I'm an experienced traveler.
But your eyes, you
I
just
only
look like
travel
him.
when nobody's watching.
I don't know why she's talking. Sorry, you must have mistaken me with someone I knew in these parts just arrived in the valley. Actually, my name is Rishmir.
Spring is when you feel like whistling,
Wanda's son,
even with a shoe full of slush.
Gordon's nephew. What? Do you know my mother?
If the king resigned from the throne.
Not really. I know of her.
Or if
We didn't
somebody
even
helped
actually
him to
meet. He
resign.
wanted to keep his family separate. I don't think I understand. You will. Wait, what do you mean did? I know her. Is she well? I hope she is now. Whoever that might be, I've lost both my parents in the war. Damn it, the world sigh. I guess it could be as cruel as it is beautiful. I'm sorry, my boy. Nobody should lose their loved ones at such a young age. It's okay. They've died so I could live, and I plan to make the best of my life I can in order to honor their sacrifice. That's very mature of you. I'm sure that they will be proud to hearing that. You mentioned my Uncle Lord. I actually came here looking for him. Oh, Rishmir, I hate to be the bearer of bad news. Your Uncle Lorden is no longer with us. He passed away 3 years ago. I'm so sorry. I understand how much you feel. He was a dear friend of mine. So that's it. I'm the only one left. You say that? Hey, look at me. This valley is filled with warm-hearted people who gladly aid you wherever you need, and one of them. So what should I do now? You are free to go wherever you like and start a new life. I hereby grant you the permission of the Castilian to build and farm on any unutilized land in the valley. Construct yourself a house and see what comes next for you. You can build a whole village if you please. There are many travelers passing through. Maybe some of them would like to join your settlement. Just like that, I can have land for free of charge.
Hand me a
Well, you
fish
have to pay
one,
taxes
and I'll
to the king
give that a
annually,
try.
but apart from that, you're free to do as you please, and as long as you do, don't break the law, of course, or at least if you don't get caught doing so. That's what he means, is when I said if you want to steal something, that's what he means, is just don't get caught doing so. That sounds amazing. The valley looks beautiful as well. I think I'll stay here and see what fate has in store for me. I don't know why I just clicked that. When you build yourself a house, come to Gustovia and talk to my wife, Duran. She manages the tavern. Ask her to feed you. You must be famished. And then grab some beers for both of us and come back. I'll tell you some stories about Lorden. That sounds like a plan to me. Okay. So, we have officially gotten our place. So, okay, I will show you. I went that direction and built over roughly around like this area, about a mile that direction. However, something I have figured out if you want a more open area. So I have built in this area before, like right here, have my main home and everything else in this area, and then I actually have my village across the river, in this area. So had to cut down a lot of trees, didn't really like that, but we're gonna, you will find things here and about and everything else. You'll find a lot of things here and there, and that's just a part of it. So, I will tell you this is a little bit easier to build on. The only problem is, as you can tell, I will show you, is it is straight uphill. So you have all this. If you notice, my stamina is going down for that reason, but I'm very cautious when coming this direction because there are hogs over here that will come after you, so I am very cautious. But this is always a good option because I tell people this is always a good option. I actually like building, even though it's a little farther from Gustovia. I've built in this general area, like I said, right here, but I actually like coming down and building in this area. So, something you're going to find, you're going to want to drink water. I'm going to go ahead and take a drink because I don't really need it. I'm going to run across the pond, even though, there you go. Okay, so you can kind of see my character. They never go above their waist, in water, so don't be worried about that necessarily. There are, and can be, people down here, so just know that. So I am actually going to build in this area. I like this area, however, here's something I have learned. Do not build your house in the middle of your village. Build your house on the outskirts of your village, because have plans. Have plans for your village. Know kind of where your village is going to start. Know exactly how to start it, because it benefits knowing. So basically what I'm going to do is my village is going to do like Gustovia, and it's going to follow this main road. We'll have fishing huts over here, some other stuff like that. We'll have some lumber areas right in here. And then that way we can cut down all this lumber and everything else. The benefit is that your villagers will cut down trees, but they won't actually cut down trees, if that makes sense. You will benefit, but you get to keep a lot of the trees. So I tell people all the time, when you get to this point and you are able to get a woodshed, get a woodshed, because it is a phenomenal option and definitely not like, it doesn't destroy the land like a lot of people have worried about. You could do a simple small stone home. Trust me, you don't want to do that at the very beginning because it's impossible to find everything. Planks, also impossible unless you have a woodshed. It's not worth it. So you just do a basic wattle house and move on. Because I want my house offset from the rest of... So, because of that, we're also going to need... I'm gonna craft one, and then we're gonna go in here and I'm gonna show you really quick. So you're gonna hit that middle button, and then come over here, you're gonna hit stone axe, and I'm gonna go ahead and assign that stone axe to that right there, to that space. You're gonna click up to be able to get to the stone axe, okay? This is where I don't like tree cutting, okay? I don't like tree cutting anywhere near my area. Reason being for that is because I like my area to look as clean as possible. I'm a very clean person in real life. I don't like to use a lot of products that aren't necessarily or considered to be harmful to my body, my kids' bodies, things along those lines. So because of that, I like for my games to maintain that. So because of that, I don't like doing it in game. So basically what I end up doing, I'll show you, because I need logs in order to build, but I already know this. I need logs in order to build my home. So, do we have any more morel? because you wanna get these because these are hecka freaking important. Like they're the greatest thing on the planet in this game because you can use them for a lot of different things. I will say that. Some people could care less in this game on them, but I actually like them. Typically what I will say is I enjoy having my house here because I can fence all of this in and give all of this space to my people, which makes me really, really happy. Typically when it comes to cutting trees down, I like to go up into more wooded areas. And because I don't really like pine trees, I don't have a problem cutting pine trees down. So we'll go ahead and spruce trees. And then we'll let him catch his breath. Okay. And then we're gonna hit once, hit twice. I'm gonna grab that log, grab this log, and grab this log because there's 3. So cool, we have a well. You don't need a well. As an individual, you don't need a well. Until you build a village, you do not need a well. So I'm going to build these. So, and if you hear the giggling in the background, that is my son. He's in the other room playing with his mom. Yes, we are a lesbian couple, so that does also bring in a lot of different aspects, which is totally fine, and we're very open about our lives because we don't want people to be scared of this lifestyle. We don't want people to feel like you can't have a kid within this lifestyle and then turn out okay. We've been told a lot of different things, and we are very open and honest about who we are, what we are, because we never want our children to ever feel like they can't be themselves, completely and totally themselves. This is phenomenal. I have never really upped that percentage that high before, which is cool. The fact that we broke an axe already kind of stinks, but that's okay. We'll go ahead and craft another one. And then I'm also going to craft a hammer because there is a benefit, because you'll see what the hammer does here in a minute. There is a reason. There is a reason that I am going ahead and chopping more down than what I need currently. Okay. Because I know it's gonna get dark and I don't want to have to come back up here in the dark. I mean, I can, but and I've done it, but this is also why I do the unlimited storage and stuff like that. We will get this house built, and then I'm gonna call it a day as far as this video is concerned, and then we'll move to the next one. And then if I happen to have time to make another video today, then I will. But if not, then I will see y'all tomorrow. But we'll go ahead and get this all, this is why I don't like badgers. This is why I don't like coming up here. Okay, because it requires a knife. So again, there are things, so knife, very beneficial to have. You'll run into rabbits, you'll run into badgers, you'll run into, unfortunately, you will run into hogs, and that's also why I had that XP up, because I didn't want to risk, accidentally dying on a badger our first day out, because it does happen. I have literally died on a badger first day out, because I didn't see him, and he ran up behind me, and ended up killing me. So, you know, you have to be cautious in this game, cautious, be aware of your surroundings, just like everyone is in real life. So it's just kind of one of those things. I know we're gonna need reeds, just because I've built enough of these houses to know. So where you find those is in Gustovia. You can never have enough sticks. Let me be very clear with you. Now they're easily findable, but you can never have enough sticks. Morel mushroom, and when you find these guys, get them. Okay, so these reeds right here, you need 32 of them to finish, or straw. You need 32 of them to finish the house. So, and then we actually will get a drink the next time it pops up, because we're not ready to. You always want to get it from the river. You never want to get it from a still body of water. This is how you get. That's how you end up getting poisoning. So just know that. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a couple extra. Okay. And then we'll go back in here. Grab the wood hammer, put that on number 2. Okay. So those are all, I know how to use them, so I don't need the tutorials. I probably should have stopped and let y'all read them, but that's okay. I'll stop next time we get them, so no biggie in that aspect. I will tell you, I don't know if this is true or not. I've been told on multiple occasions by multiple people. See, that's the instant build. You could sit there and hammer out every little bitty thing. But I prefer that not be the case, because that makes it really hard. Like, I'm not here to. We'll probably do that for Oscaro, but not for. Oh, cool. We're out of logs already. See, this is why. Yeah, we're gonna have enough of everything else but logs. This is why. I absolutely dislike this, disdain this, like all the above, and on top of that, we're gonna have to go back up here at night when I really don't want to. But that's okay. It is what it is. I'm just hoping that we can get in and out of here quick enough. Now, I will tell you, animals are assigned to their assigned spaces and they do not deviate out of them. Very rarely do they. I have had it happen that they will. And just like that. See, that's also why, now mind you, I saw it coming and I moved out of the way, but sometimes you don't see them coming and you do end up dying from a freaking tree because, well, so I'm gonna let him regain some of his so we can actually see. Okay. So the first time I played through, I will say this, the first time I played through, I ended up doing unlimited stamina and it made my game go fast. But like I said, I want to go fast, but I don't want to go like lightning speed. Could you please pick it up? Thank you. So we're gonna grab this, go back home, get done building this house, and then we will call it a night. This is also why I like building over here, is because you have clay pits. Clay pits are phenomenal. Clay pits are wonderful. You will want these to be very close to your village for a while, because of the need. So there is that benefit. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this house up, and then I will make us some meat from our badger. Go ahead and finish that out, and then we will call it a night. There we go, we're done. Okay, we are done with chapter 1. That is greatness. We will craft as many as we can. Yes, please. Thank you very much. It'll take us about 5 seconds. It's also the reason why I do this. So, In saying that, also, I know I said we were done after the house. We're gonna go do this really quick because I know where a rabbit area is close to this house, because this is where I typically set up shop sometimes when I'm starting out. So there are rabbits in this area, and then there are rabbits down here. So yeah, so I will have to eat something. I like it's over here. So I'm actually gonna go ahead and build a torch. Oh, great. Okay, I need better. Okay. Well, we're gonna go with handcrafting. I don't want handcrafting. I need this. Trap. I need a rabbit trap. Okay. And that's been set. Boom. Done. Run down here because I do know where it is. So, even though you can barely see anything. Back up. Get some straw. Thank you. Get a port. There we go. Boom. Okay. And then we're gonna eat something really quick. And then we're gonna call it a night. We'll eat all the apples. We'll eat a couple of these dried meat. Get our thing up. We'll go ahead and get our water up. Yes, I know. Having no torch, force the water doesn't make sense. Blah blah blah. I get it. Run over to our house. And we will call this a night. Once we get in the house, and we are safe. So, okay, we are in the house. We are by ourselves. We are safe. I'm gonna call it a good job. First day done. Very good day. And we will see you tomorrow, guys. Remember that you are important, you are loved, and you will make a difference in your life if you stay here. Please don't forget to like and follow, and look out for my next video. This has been the adventure called Life. My name is Jordan, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye, guys.